Hi Cancerian, welcome to your What They Aren't Telling You reading for August 23rd through, good gracious, cards everywhere. August 23rd, jeez Louise, I should probably just start over. Is this how it's going to go? August 23rd through September 22nd. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, as well as the Recommend a Reader shout out, which goes to Scarlet Moon Tarot. Much love and support to him. Hopefully you get a chance to stop by, check him out, show him some love and support if you like what he has to say. This is intended for a romantic love reading. It may resonate in other areas of your life, such as work, friends, family, etc. All right. Let's take a look. What they aren't telling you, Cancerian. All right. All right. Cancer. What they aren't telling you. Hello. Queen of Swords. That could be Libra. Page of Cups. The Fool. Three of Wands. Ten of Cups. Hangman. Six of Cups. And Ten of Wands. Is this somebody that's kind of wanting you to make the first move because they feel like they've done enough and it's up to you now, the ball's in your court? Okay. So there's been some kind of transition or change, and now there's this kind of calm, or at least, I don't want to say stalemate, but there's like a calm. So it could be that you two are finally settled into a breakup, or you two are finally okay with things transitioning, however that has happened. Got the Queen of Swords here. It could be Libra. This could be Pisces. All right, so what's this? What's this Page of Cups about? Page of Cups about for Cancer. Hanged Man, that could be Pisces. What's this Fool about? What's Fool about? Ace of Pentacles. What? Okay, wow. Have they had a change of, yeah, because 2 tens is changed. So have they had a change of heart? What's this Ten of Cups about? Okay. What's this Hangman about? Got the Hangman twice. Is this somebody wanting things to progress or a transition? Like, whereas before it wasn't because they were hands off, but now they're kind of hoping for a change, but they still feel like they can't really do anything but hope for it. They can't really take any action. What's this Hangman about? 9 of Wands. Okay. What's 6 of Cups about? Wow. 7 of Wands. What's this 10 of Wands? Star card. That could be Aquarius. So, does it look like someone's just doing their own thing, kind of just really wanting to do what, just keep it in themselves? Somebody just keep it in themselves, and yet is somebody looking for someone else to provide the stability that you once did? Is this someone looking for their next stable situation? So on the one hand, it might look like they still either have feelings, but they're keeping to themselves because they feel like, well, that situation has ended or there's nothing I can do about it. But I don't know if they want something to kind of, if there's a reconciliation they want, or if they're looking for their new stability. What's this 3 of Wands about? Five of Wands. What's that? What else for this Three of Wands? I'm just over here doing my own thing, but I'm really hoping that you'll contact me again and that we can kind of pick up where we left off. And it's okay if it's online. This is someone that would be up for it if you were. It's going to depend on you taking the initiative. It looks like there hasn't really been much communication. This person has had a change of heart recently, probably in the last 2 months. Their feelings have shifted, so where there might have been an ending before and there wasn't any negotiating that, it seems like someone now has a new interest, but they feel like the way things have ended before, it now leaves them with no option, or it's like they wouldn't come forward and say anything. They might be hoping that there can be this second chance, but they feel like it's not up to them, it would be up to you. There's something about the way things fell out before that they feel like they should not be the one to approach you about it. They might be a bit defensive. It might be like, I want this, but, or, we need to talk about this, but, I mean, their heart's there, but enough time has passed now to where they're going to have some reservations. They might have some stipulations. They might have some questions. They might be mad. There's going to be stuff that needs to be addressed that they feel pretty strongly about, that they kind of, all these feelings of forgiveness and compassion and love and kindness might have come up, but there's some things that they're kind of stuck on, and they want some clarification. They want some assurances, that sort of thing. There could have been a move involved, distance now, like you two have moved away from each other. This does not feel stalkery or unhealthy. This does not feel like this was with somebody that was not a good person. This feels like someone that has enough time has gone by. They've had some realizations. They've looked at themselves, at the past, and they realize what's going on with them as well as what was going on with you. So they're not blind to themselves and their culpability, but they're also able to see what they needed that they didn't get met before. So, you know what I mean? Like, their needs weren't getting met. They see that, but they also see that they were responsible for that as much as you influenced that. Like, you. So this feels like somebody that's pretty balanced. This doesn't feel like somebody that's being a martyr. This doesn't feel like somebody that's unhealthy or not a good person. This feels like somebody that it took them a while to come around, but they have. So this is somebody from a while ago. This is not a recent person. This is somebody, dare I say, inside of 3 years. Okay? So this is, and it doesn't feel wonky. It doesn't feel like this is, it doesn't feel like a bad person. Somebody with an agenda, somebody that wants to come in and just land like an octopus on it and mine, and just, it doesn't feel like that. All right. Let me see a little bit more here. I think they're hoping that you're going to come around too and feel the same way. I think this is someone that wants, that really does feel pretty strongly about the realizations they've come to, and they're holding firm on that. I think they hope that you reach out, because I think it's a point of pride for them to not have to. I feel like it's kind of unfortunate, because it's like you two are doing this dance, and there might not have even been any communication, or very little at least, but it feels like things ended before they maybe should have, and someone, after all that has happened, after all the time that has gone by, still feels there's still something there, but they just feel like they have no say in it. They feel like I don't know what is preventing them from coming forward and saying something, And I don't think it's pride to not. I just, maybe it's fear that you'll reject them, that after all this time that you don't feel the same, and they'll look like an idiot for wanting to broach the subject with you, or even showing up back in your life. But again, this is someone that feels like they've come kind of full circle and have realized a few things. It has some clarity on some things, but would, I guess, feel foolish for stepping forward and saying something. So this is... And it's almost like they go round and round about this, and it's like, well, until then, I hope they read, but until then, I'm just going to kind of keep on keeping on, doing my thing, doing what I do, and just kind of hoping that in the future, you know, maybe... So this is somebody that I don't feel like you're in conversation or in touch with. I think this is somebody from your past, not recent past. This is someone you've been out of touch with for a couple of years. And this is someone that... it's surprising that they're showing up, because it's like, you know, it's not like they've said much to you. Just they've had some epiphanies. You've been on their mind. They would like a second chance to do things differently, but I think they also, it's funny because it's like, what would they possibly have to say to you after 3 years? Like, you know, I never really got over, like, how would that conversation even start? You know, like showing up out of the blue 3 years later, you know, that's not going to happen. Nobody does that. So it's like you're still ever present in their mind, but that conversation is never going to happen because they're never going to take the initiative to make it happen. They're hoping that you will. They're hoping that you still, after all this time, have not given up on them. They also know that that's a long shot. And this is someone that is kind of just, you're going to stay on their mind, and they're going to kind of keep doing what they're doing and hoping for this and hoping for that, but they're not going to take the necessary action to have it come to fruition. And that is just bizarre, because this happened a while ago. Whatever falling out you two had, however things ended, it happened a while ago. Yet they want you to be the one to pursue them, to restore what we got the Empress and the Ten of Cups here. They want you to be the one to restore, and the Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands and the Five of Wands, to restore that. Should you? That's a judgment call, right? This is the damnedest thing. It's... Hold on. What else for Cancerian? Let's see. What's for Cancerian? Nine of Pentacles. So we got Nine of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, Ten of Cups. See, not yet. Because this is about self-worth, but this is also about someone preferring their own company and doing their own thing and being unto themselves. But it's also someone that can provide security and live the kind of life that they want. Maybe it's without that person's involvement. Maybe it's with that person. This is about thriving. We got the Empress and the Nine of Pentacles here. Maybe this is about you two coming together in final agreement after all this time, having those conversations eventually. Though, honestly, I don't know how it's going to start. How would that start? Someone's showing up you haven't seen or talked to in 2 or 3 years and has a lot to say about what happened. That's their opening? Really? That's not normal. I mean... Is it that you're just better off by yourself? That this is just not going to happen? The other person's thinking about you, yeah, great, but not going to happen? Like, what else for Cancerian? Wisdom. We could all use some of that. All right, so this, as much as this person wants you to, this feels like you're doing just fine on your own and you're keeping your options open and you're standing firm on that. It could be that they want you to pursue them. They want you to reach out. They want you to be the one to put the offer out there, to negotiate, maybe to travel to go see them, maybe to make the effort to approach them with what you want, and, you know, offering that stability and that security that they wanted, that was lacking before, that they're, you know, that for whatever reason they want you to be the one offering it this time. Maybe this is about that, but we got the Nine of Pentacles and Wisdom here. In light of this whole thing, it feels like you're still in reflection, or you're thinking that you're better off under yourself. But it could also be for some of you that upon reflection of the past, it might be that you've come full circle and you've learned as well from what you two have been through, and that you two together can thrive. This will be a judgment call on your part, because this could be somebody just wanting a second chance with you. You're the one that got away. You're the one that, oh, it didn't work out then, but boy, I really would fit with a person like that now. I really have never gotten over this person. I really would, you know, want a second chance. I just have I don't want them to think I'm some creeper stalker, you know, and it's been 3 years, but remember me, they have no idea how to open. At the same time, if they haven't kept it, it must have been pretty darn significant, because for you to be on their mind, and yet them hoping that you would somehow reach out to them, it must have been a significant relationship, because you don't do that. You don't sit there and wish and hope for somebody that it wasn't really that important. The relationship wasn't. So we're talking like a significant, like live-in partner, you know, engagement, that sort of thing that fell out. I don't know. I can't tell. I feel like this could be their wish that you two come back together and there's the security that they wanted. But it also could be that this is about you knowing that right now it's best to be by yourself and to be under yourself and only taking care of yourself, not taking care of this person, not attending to this person, or reaching out to them. It's about keeping your options open, providing for yourself only, having boundaries, being assertive, being, you know, although I don't know why, because I don't see this person reaching out to you. I see them doing a lot of wishful thinking, but taking a very passive route in thinking that, well, you know, there's nothing I can do about it. So, but it sure is taking up a lot of mental space for them. I mean, what else for considering? Jeez. Oh, I had this over here. I didn't. So, oopsie. Got the Nine of Wands over here. What else for considering? Okay, so we got the Queen of Wands, and we've got, oh, good gracious, the Ten of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. King of Wands. That's King of Wands. Ten of Pentacles, King of Wands. Look at you. All right. Whatever you have just forged for yourself, wherever you're at, stay there. This is not about you making a move on yourself, or making a move on yourself. About you reaching out to anybody. This is about you doing you right now, and you are self-sufficient. You are under yourself. This person probably is looking at you as the one that got away. And there's wishful thinking, but it looks like right now you're standing your ground. You're in your own element, and you are providing for yourself, and you're moving and shaking and doing your own thing, and you're taking life by the horns, and you're in a really good place. Do not touch this situation. They would like things to be different, but they're not going to make a move, and you don't want to have to go back to doing all the work in the relationship. Honestly, there's enough here to show that they really kind of benefited from the security that you provided. They realize that now. They didn't then. They're missing that now, and that's really sweet, but you're not in the same place right now. It's almost, there's a little bit of a tinge of them seeing themselves like, well, I'm just going to be over here doing my thing, just kind of working at life and trying to do me, but wishing to be with you. And, you know, I'm working hard on, that's, at some point, there needs to be progress for all the work you put in. And this is somebody that it almost feels like for the amount of work that they put in, it doesn't really get them anywhere, and that's why they want to be with somebody that does make things happen, that is secure, that does take control, that does provide, that can be, because this is someone that might work really hard, but there's not a lot to show for it. Like this, somebody might have 2 or 3 jobs, but there's not a lot to show for it, and that's not a slam. It's just that it feels like they're not quite living up to their potential. God, I'm gonna hate myself for saying this because I know you're gonna get mad at me. Just hear me out. This is somebody that might work really hard, but at the end of the day, they need someone to lead them and tell them how it's gonna be or what they like. God, I'm digging my hole deeper. I'm digging a hole deeper. They want someone to be in charge. They want to be led, and they want to be able to put in the time and then have the rewards. This is someone that wants to go, well, I'm doing everything you asked me to do. Oh, I'm digging the hole deeper. I'm trying to find an analogy, and I'm making the person sound like an a-hole, and I don't mean to. It just kind of feels like somebody wants, I hate to say job back. They want their position back. They want how things used to be because it worked for them. It was very simple for them. They liked being taken care of. They liked how things were. They see that now that they've been on their own and that life is hard. They want to come back into the fold. And it's because you probably provided a lot for them. You probably structured their life very well. They benefited from that, and they realize that now. And so that's why that is a big part of them hoping for a reconnection with you, is that they're just kind of coming around to realizing how much you really were supportive or kind or nurturing and grounding and provided whatever they were looking for, that you were it. But it's because of you made life very simple and easy for them. Not that they're a bad person, it's just that they're looking for that next stable connection, if not with you, perhaps somebody else, but they're really missing the stability. And yet it looks like for you, it's about you realizing that perhaps, and instead of reaching out to them, you're keeping your options open. You've got firm boundaries, and any kind of nurturing, abundance, thriving, things being prosperous gets to be all of yours now. It gets to be like your own. It's not about you providing or doing that with anybody else. It's about you doing that for yourself, being very much in control of your life, who and what you spend your time with, who and what you provide for, that sort of things. This took a turn. I started off on a very different tangent with this. I hope it makes sense. I kind of meandered, I get it, but I just hate making them sound bad because I don't feel like they're mean or bad. I just feel like it's kind of like they're having trouble adulting, if I'm honest. It feels like they're just kind of tired. Life's kind of kicked them around a little bit, and they're like, man, I wish I could get back there where it was really safe and I was comforted and comfortable. And yet here you are, this is about you staying the course and any kind of stability and whatever. You're coming into like a really good business or prosperous cycle. There's going to be a lot of flow for you in that area, that you're going to like your job, or you're going to be earning good money. There's going to be a match in what you do for a living and what you like to do. Like it's a really good fit for you right now. And life is like taking off. There's opportunities coming around, and you're just in a really good place. You don't have to go back and rescue this person or provide. That's not where your energy and this is all for you. This gets to be all for you now, not for you and that person. This is you reaping the rewards of your hard work. It gets to be about you. Good Lord, 25 minutes. All right. I did all 3 of them. Okay, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Got it. Okay. All right. Thank you for stopping by. If you made it this far in the reading, I hope it's come full circle for you. I know I meandered quite a bit, so thank you for staying the course. Let me work through it. This feels really good. So I hope you stay here. I hope you are comfortable here. I hope you're okay with being okay with it. I hope. And And honestly, it's not like they're going to be coming in like gangbusters and you're going to reconsider. You're just going to keep on keeping on, even though you're on their mind. They're not going to tell you. They're not going to tell you why you're on their mind. So you just keep on. Don't go looking for it. It's you don't. You just stay the course. It gets to be about you finally. Stay there. All right. I hope this was helpful. I hope to see you in the next reading, and I thank you for stopping by. You take care.